Hello, folks. Mr. Raven here, and welcome to a short series, maybe? I don't know. Something in between Alpha 19 and Alpha 20 of 7 Days to Die. It's an old game. It's a game I like. I play it on and off just to have fun. Building a rocket, sending it to a planet, hopefully survive stuff. I think I've done a little bit of Kerbal Space Program, as the game is called. That's in English. I think we did like a a short series or a stream or something once. I can't remember. I think I made a YouTube series once in Danish about Kerbal Space Program, but that's a long time ago. And the game has gone into a final approach, the last update, because in the near future we are getting a Kerbal Space Program 2. And I can't wait for that game, but that's another thing. But that means that the game should be, we shouldn't see any big updates, so all the modding and the mod community can now, make the mods so they work. And we shouldn't have to be worried about an update maybe making our save games crash and stuff like that. So I think if you're into this kind of game and haven't bought it yet, I really can recommend it. I have some mods, not a lot. I just took some mods that make the planet look more alive with clouds and a little bit of atmospheric scattering. And what else did I do? I think I brought in MagJab, but that's a mod I've been using pretty much since I played it in alpha. Anyways, it's not that important. If you want to know exactly what mods, and if you don't know how to install the mods, I can go through that, but there's a lot of videos online how to how to do it. I downloaded a small program that helps me with the mods and keep them updated and stuff. It's called CCAN. I can recommend you look that up. Anyways, I thought it could be cool to do a little series. I don't want to go Korea, because then we have to think about money and stuff like that. So I think my thought process is that we are some kind of country's a space agency. So we have, in quotes, unlimited funds, but I'm planning to do like build as small as possible all the time. So because I always end up building like colossal rockets and even bigger space stations and satellites and stuff like that. That's really complicated, and the game is running I can't remember, an older, I think it's an older engine. I can't remember which engine it is, so it's still kind of limited of how many of your RAM it can use, and it gets laggy pretty fast if you build like a really big space station that you have to put together by 12 or 20 launches. So yeah, try and keep it simple is my plan. But yeah, let's get into it. I'm thinking going science, because then we don't have the money part, and we don't have but we still have the research part. So I don't want to go sandbox. And I'm doing that because I really don't know how long there is to 7 Days Alpha 20. So this series can be maybe 6, maybe 8 videos, but it could also be the rest of the year. And the good thing about this is now that I've done this save game, I can actually just come back to it, because the game shouldn't get any more, big updates. Bug fixes and stuff, yes, maybe, but the majority of all the programmers, game programmers and stuff are moved over to the Kerbal Space program too. So I hope so. Anyways, excuse me. Okay, what do we have for flags? I don't know which flag we should take. Trees, stripey. Nah, it's too simple. Satellite. We could go with that. That looks like, like a solar system thingy. Just a flag with Kerbal. Organizations, Rocket Labs, I don't know. UK Space Agency. Easy. Let's just take something hex. I don't think I've seen this one before. Let's go with that one. It doesn't really matter. It's just a flag. It's not like the different flags gives us abilities or anything. Let's call this YouTube 1.12.2, which I think the version is right now. I think start. There is a lot of things with the updates and DLCs over time that I really haven't explored, if I'm honest, because I always just like the sandbox part of the game. I don't really know why, but there is a lot of different things we can go over at some point. Maybe try out, so we don't. Yeah. Anyways, welcome to the space station, space center. Sorry. Nice to meet you, Gene Kerman. He is our administrator of this launch facility complex with all our radar station, tracking station. We can see all the flights we have on going in our solar system. Got the R&D development facility, which we use to explore, use our science points that we get from our launches. And then we have the astronaut complex. It's not that important right now, but we can hire in some new astronauts. The administration building is actually not used in the science mode, because that's kind of where you can dump research into publicity, and you can dump money into better publicity and stuff like that. Then we have the spaceplane hangar. So you can actually build planes, fly around on Kerbal, get science like that. You can also build like from one. How is it again? I can't remember. Planes that goes from Earth to orbit. Space planes like that. Mission control is not really a thing in this one. But that's where you can get contracts to do specific missions, like putting a satellite in a specific orbit around Kerbal or moon or whatever. Then we have the vehicle assembly building, the VAB. That's where you build your rockets. And then you have the launch pad, and you have the runway. And if we go back to this one, can go out to a overview over our solar system. Right now we have nothing. We have five complex that we can launch from on Kerbal. And Kerbal is like, I think it's one sixth the size of Earth, or was it 1/10? I can't remember. But that's kind of the scale. Then we have one moon, the first moon around Kerbin. It's pretty plain with the equator of our planet moon. And then we have the Minmus, which is the second one, which is a little offset. So it's a little harder to get to if you're kind of new to the game. Or as me, I'm not super nerdy astrophysic thing. I don't know what to call it. Sorry. Anyways, that's our complete solar system with different planets in different planes and angles and stuff like that. Some of them I haven't. Some of the planets I don't think I ever visited yet. But for me, it's kind of complicated to get to some of the planets here, and I do know a way to do it, to get to them. But that's the it's not the way you would do it if you kind of role playing it. So you would actually try and do it in one go. But if you go out to orbit around the sun or the star in the system, then it's actually just like flying to the moon around Kerbin. So in that respect, it's not really harder to get it to a planet. But you have to go out and you have to use a lot of fuel if you do it like that, and that means bigger rockets. So yeah, I'm not the perfect guy. I'm not the perfect guy. I'm not. Sorry, I think I have something in my throat. Just a second here. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I play this game to have fun, and I don't do math. I don't do the math. How much delta V to go from the ground to orbit. But you can get online. You can get like maps or graphs that show you how much delta V you need from Kerbin to Kerbin orbit, from out of Kerbin orbit to a planet. And you can kind of see how much do you need to slow yourself down to catch an orbit around that planet when you get there and stuff like that. How high the air brakes skim oh my god, I'm tripping over my words today. I'm so sorry. Skimming the atmosphere for slowing down. There's a lot of things I'm saying you might not know. What is delta V? That's a number that tells you how much energy you need to move or accelerate from one point to another. How much energy you have to put into moving that distance. But yeah. Anyways, that's a lot of things that you have to, or you get to learn and understand while you're playing this game, but you don't really have to know it when you start. So if you're new to this game, don't be afraid. Just go in, have fun, build stuff. So let's do that, because now we're 15 minutes into the video, and if I should start building our first rocket in the first video, I should probably get going. So let's go into the VAB. And let's see here. Vernon von Kerman. Let's see here. We don't have a lot of parts here in the beginning. But over here to the left, we have like a different, you can choose different things. Engine, fuel tanks, command and control, structures, robotics, couplers, loaders, aero, all these things have different things. But if you see now, right now, when I'm shuffling through them, there's not really anything. And some of it it's grayed out. That's because it's part that has to be connected to another port, so you can't put this on nothing. The smartest idea, or the thing I always do anyway, I don't know if it's the smartest thing, I choose the command pod first, or the probe or whatever. But right now we don't have any probes, we don't have robotics yet, but we will get there. Then we have like a Russian inspired command module, and we have like a US kind of inspired command pod. The things you have to think about when you build your rocket is what's the weight, what's the mass, and this one is 0.746 tons, so that's like 746 kilos, and this one is only 676. So this is actually a little bit lighter than this one. And this one actually, oops, well, I pushed it. I wanted to right click, then there comes some more info. I don't know why this plus passenger mass. Okay, so you can't really count that. Oh, anyways. One capacity, you can put one astronaut in this, or cosmonaut, or Kerbal, whatever you want to call it. You have a inventory part spot where you can put something in. It pretty much all this information is, you can use it when you need to know it, put it up. You can actually right click on the pod and change its color scheme. This is really this looks really like the I can't remember, the Gemini missions, I think, capsule, but except I think the Gemini actually was a 2-seated pod. But anyways, we can make it lighter by get rid of these things we don't really need it. It was just a parachute and the EVA suit, but we're not going into space on our first fly. We don't really have enough technology to get to orbit, so we can make it lighter by removing all the things we don't really need. That way we can go higher, do more stuff if we want to. But that's the capsule we're gonna go with, I think. And maybe go with one that's white and gray, or completely white. Let's go completely white. Now we have a place for our Kerbal Nord, and then we can put let's see here, where is it? Under utility, let's put a parachute on it. So when the engine run out of fuel and we start going down, we can deploy the parachute and then save our equipment and our astronaut. So let's put an engine on it. We only have this one engine, don't have any fuel, and we only have this one engine. This is a Flea solid fuel booster. So this booster is a solid fuel, so it's not liquid. We're gonna get liquid fueled engine, and then we need the fuel tanks and stuff like that. But this means that solid fuel is really inexpensive and also kind of reliable. But when you start the engine, you can't shut it off and you can't modulate. So it's gonna go full ham until there is no more fuel in this thing. So we have to think about, okay, do we want to go full ham? Actually, we can test it, So we could just, the first launch here, let's just go full ham, see how far we get, and then try and play with this, because you can get further if you know, adjust these numbers. But let me show when we get there. Let's make it a little more aerodynamic controllable. So let's put on some fins. You can push this button down here and put maybe 3 on. Let's just do 3. 4, I don't know, maybe better. 2, that's a little too little. If you want to stabilize the thing, you can just turn these a little bit. You take this one here off, you can turn this a little bit, and then the rocket will start to rotate around its own axle to make it, you know, spin around and make it. The rotation will make the craft more stable when it goes up. We don't really want to try and steer this that much. We just want to sit in it and enjoy the ride. Maybe. I don't know if we're actually gonna enjoy it, but anyways. Kerbal Engineer, we don't need that. The only research we have the option to do right now is the mystery goo. So let's just put 1 on it, because we're gonna do well, you can click this with your mouse, by the way, but you can also use X to change it. And if you shift X, you go back instead of forward, if that makes sense. You go from 1 to 2. Oh, I wanted 1. Then shift X makes it go the other way, so you don't have to click through all of them to get. Oh crap, I missed it again. If you know what I mean. So let's do that to get a little. Actually, maybe let's do 2, because we don't want to offset the balance of the rocket. That's just gonna make it harder to control. So that's also another good advice. You kind of want to balance it. So if you put like one of these on, it's gonna have weight to the left or the right, which way you look at it. So let's put 2 right here, and then it's gonna seem a little cheaty, but I think the rocket looks kind of dumb with the thing there. So I take this move tool, I push on it, and then I push F. So the X, Y, Y set actual align with the goo canister, and then I can take it in. I can take it in slowly, like this, to maybe make it look a little more, you know, like something actually would look like that in real life. Because we can save this and call it. What was the name of the motor flea? Yeah. Oh. Let's call it a Flea Mark 1. MK1. 1.0. So we can iterate on it. So the first one was 100%. So let's push the button up here. We can, by the way, change our astronaut, but the first in command is always Jebediah, or Jeb for short. But you can always pick another one. But in this case, a pilot is probably a good idea. So let's just put Jebediah back, and then push the launch button. These, excuse me. Oh, I think I have another tool here. I think that's Kerbal Engineer or something. It just tells a lot of stuff, and I kind of want to talk about them, but let's wait for the next video. Otherwise, this video is just gonna be really long. But the first mistake I realized that I did here is over here to the left. We have like a stage. Right now, I have my motor starting up at the same time as I deploy my parachute. That's not a good idea. So let's push the little plus button and then drag the motor one down. So now we have 2 stages. We're going from stage 1 to stage 0. Right now we can't do much, but we can press the T button, which enable SAS, which is stabilize assistance. I can't remember the full word for that one, but it helps you. It makes the computer help you with stabilizing the flight. It makes it easier for you to fly. But right now we don't need to do anything other than make sure it has the stable assist on, which if you don't touch anything, it's just gonna point that the same direction all the way. Yep, look like he's ready. We can right now we can actually do some science while we're here. Why not? If you right click, I thought I emptied this. Oh, never mind. If you right click on the capsule, there is a thing down here. It is crew report. That makes Jebediah make a crew report about what he sees, what he feels, anything. That's science. It's not a lot of science, but it's a little bit of science. We can actually we can put this on a notepad or something that Jebediah has on him, or you can send it by. You can report it over the radio, kinda. So let's transmit that, because then we can do another crew report later. Then we can actually also EVA, and right now we're just gonna leave Jebediah here so he don't fall down, because he can't jump up there again. And then we can do an EVA report. And right now EVA is kind of like out of world something. I can't remember. But let's do that, and then we can send that. And then we have take a surface sample. It feels a little cheaty to do that because we're actually not at the ground, but let's do it anyway. Now you can see this time we can keep it, or we can send it, but we're actually only getting 25% of the total science. So let's keep it. Right now it's on me. If I right click on the capsule, I can actually store the data. So now it's stored on in the capsule on a post-it or something. I don't know. Anyways, let's board again, because we can only have this same research once. So there's no reason to send it and then pick it up, and you can send it and then pick it up and save it and take it home. That would actually give you a little more science, but not a lot. Then we have one of the goo canisters. Let's check that now we're here. It's actually gonna open up and do something. That's also way too little. So let's take this with us. But right now that data is stored on this one. If we had taken one of the scientists, he could actually take that data and reset this thing, and then we could use it again. Actually, I think we can use Jeb to collect the data. Yeah, you can't you have to use a scientist to do that. Okay, fair enough. But we can collect it. When Jeb goes into this canister, he actually stores it automatically. Okay, that was a lot of info again. Let's just quickly try and launch this thing. 3, 2, 1. Look at how fast we are accelerating. 200 meters, 300 meters, 400 meters, 500 meters, 600 meters. Okay, almost 600 meters a second. And the speed is coming down slow, and that's because the air is slowing us down. And you can see now when I turned the fence here, I didn't actually touch the keyboard at all. That's just the air passing through or past the fins, and the fins are slightly slanted, so it makes the thing rotate like a windmill, for instance. So it's pretty cool. Now we hit our max, and now we're starting to accelerate again because we're falling down. We're falling down to Earth or Kerbal. So let's take that one, and then let's make a crew report quickly. Bam. Right now we're gonna land pretty much the same place that we got up here. We got to, I didn't actually see how high up we went. Yeah, I don't know. 1200 meters, I think. I forgot to look, if I'm honest. But it went really, really fast, and now we're going down really, really fast. I think we have to deploy the parachute now. It should flip our crew capsule around. Right now it's because the capsule is actually the heaviest part. That's why it's pointing down. So that's our first flight. We can actually probably get another crew report when we land, I think. If we land and we don't fall over. Beautiful. We could probably EVA, and we can probably do an EVA report. Actually, I don't think we have power enough to send it. That's probably why we have it. Anyways, we can take another surface sample, and we can get into the capsule and make a crew report. And I think that's pretty much what we could this round. So let's recover the vessel. Bam. 39.3 science has we earned that. Sweet. Sweet science. Let's do that again. Just quickly. I know it's a long video. I know. I'm sorry for that. But let's do like let's throttle down the engine. So let's make the engine not less efficient, but let's give it I think we make the hole smaller or bigger. I don't know. One of the way. So let's make the motor 50% efficient instead of not efficient, but it only gonna use half the fuel in 1 second than it did before. Let's get rid of that one again. I think we got. I think it's about. It's only 0.065 ton, but it's still a little weight we can get rid of by doing that. Let's take Valentina instead of Jeb this time. We could save this one as 1.1 because we did change something, and it could also let's go back to that one and then remove that one, and then I don't know why the picture's gone. There it is. Let's do 3 of those like so, and then make them straight. Then you can see it's not gonna rotate. Let's just go do this quickly. It's hard to do anything quickly in this game, but you can try. And I forgot to change this, but you have to be aware every time. Check this before you launch, just so you don't do anything stupid. You can always revert if you don't play like hardcore mode, and you, because if you lose in hardcore, lose your pilot, you can't get them back. Not that one. I was thinking T to activate, and then just quickly maybe get a crew report. Yeah, get normal signs for that. How about the goo? A little bit. These flights, now that it doesn't really cost us anything, you can always do like some extra. It doesn't give us much, but it gives us a little bit, so it's better than nothing. But you also get new science equipment, so you can always kind of wait for that So you have to do that one again. But anyways, 3, 2, 1. See, we are accelerating way slower right now. But I don't know if that's gonna be... We're not gonna hit the same speed, I think. Or maybe we do. No, we don't. I don't know if we get higher. But we're not rotating this time. Do you see that? Let's see. We should be... Should be roughly the same height. But it's a little more controllable now that the engine just isn't, you know, accelerating that fast. It's kind of like driving a car where you accelerate wildly. You can actually spin out of control if you do that. Maybe we got a little higher. I don't know. Maybe I can in post show you the last number. But at least now we're going down again. So let's try and get a crew report. Put that in. Grab that. Did do that. Let's see here. We are in the upper atmosphere. Well, not the upper, the middle part of the atmosphere. So let's see if we can do... Oh, we can't do that. Don't have any... Let's do a crew report. Yeah, we have to Oh, we can do that later then. Let's deploy the parachute now. And let's see if we can... I think we can cheat a little extra science by making an EVA while we are in the air. I think we can get a little bit. Well, let's see here. I think the parachute's gonna fold out in about 1,000. Oh, okay, we don't have enough time. Can we do a quick one? Ah, B. I don't think she's wearing a parachute, so I think she would have died if I fall down. Actually, we landed at another place. That's pretty cool. So let's EVA quick here and take all the data. Take data. Then store data. Then we can take a new EVA report because we don't have that one. And we can do another sample. We can jump in, make a crew report. And that's it. That was the first small steps to getting into the air. 66 science. Oh, that's the total. We got 27.4 this time. So a little less than last time, but again, we got a decent amount last time. So that's kind of how you do it. Also, if you're playing career with money, that's also kind of the same you have to do. But you get some more. You can actually take missions. That's mission first launch. Get higher than 5,000 meters. Okay, check. So get a little money, get a little science for that too, a little reputation and stuff like that. Yeah, but I hope you kind of like the idea of me doing this until Alpha 9 20. Otherwise, leave a comment. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please show your support by leaving a thumbs up. If you got any questions, maybe you like this game so much, so you have like, I don't know, 2,000-3,000 hours and have advice, then leave it down below. I like hearing your opinions and stuff like that. So do it, please do it. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. And the last thing I want to do is just wish you all a great day. Have fun gaming. Bye.